think, to be honest, the process of envisioning something from the script is almost automatic for me. So I'm a very visual thinker, and as soon as we were working on the script from the idea to already the final output, it was a matter of I could see a vision for it, and the only thing that needed to come into place was actual location, the scenes like that. So I think that the vision was already there. It was never a thought out process of how am I going to envision this. The vision was just there. It was just about making sure it fit into reality, and that was it. Yeah.
I think that what really makes the 48-hour film festival very challenging is the segmentation of the time that you really do have to commit. By knowing that by Friday 3 o'clock in the morning you should be done with scripting because you're going to be up at 6 o'clock in the morning to start filming that Saturday, it's very helpful when you have that time frame. And I'm not really one who likes to not be in line with timing, so it's interesting to see how quickly people can adapt, especially when things don't go according to plan. I remember when we were trying to find the location for the bar scene, which ended up not being in the final production. But that exact moment of while we're standing outside waiting for this bar to open, which never did, it was just really interesting to see how so quickly we could just change into a different plan. So I think adaptability, if I could sum up in one word, would be that word.
I think the easiest part was the fact that it was a drama, because you can make anything a fucking drama. I don't think anything was particularly hard with what we were given, but I think that's because of the people that we were working with. We just made it easy.
I would say the challenging part was the different moving parts that came with it. So from different locations, we had a few drops here and there. We had to switch it up. And then obviously dealing with different people, and then also having the creativity obviously sync up with each other. I think that naturally would come with some challenges, but I think in the same breath that was just the best thing to come from it, because it was so many different ideas coming together to make one beautiful baby. So I think that it was a mixture of both. It was challenging in the regard that we had so little time to get everything done with so many different people involved, but at the same time it was the best part about it because we could get a combined vision together that never could have been achieved alone. So
I think at the end of the day it was the people. It was the people, it was the organization within the people itself. We were really able to just put things together so seamlessly, and it was just a very enriching experience because everyone was so for the film itself, as opposed to other productions that I've been a part of where it was really scrounging for the right scene, the right environment, the right flow of the film, where here we had a plan, we stuck to the plan, and we really just, it was the people. The people is what really made the difference.
My heart. Oh, my heart. It's the first time I ever wrote a script for anything. So it was very emotional, very heart-sore. I was feeling a lot of feelings. It was a lot, but it made me happy.
yes, absolutely. So two, I would say, the strangling, as bad as that sounds. I love that scene, the stairway scene. I love the pan around. I think that is a really creative shot, and I was super excited to get that across. I also like the envisionment of the silhouette scene when they are having that argument. I love how, for me, how it felt was during the day, and some people can attest to it, but it was like I could see that this is a cool scene we could do for this moment, and then by the time time we actually got to doing it and seeing the end product, it's like, hey, that's my brain at work. So those two were definitely favorites for me.
I think most challenging for me was definitely making sure that everything flowed so seamlessly within the time frame itself. Location scouting last minute was really, really difficult, but it was incredibly rewarding to get the final product that we did. So everything that we did struggle with was ultimately very rewarding in what we had actually put together. But I think the most stressful time for me throughout the 48 was definitely that Sunday, where I wasn't so much involved in the editing suite as much as I would have liked to be, because I just don't have that, shall I say, that know-how. And just having that was very stressful, knowing that there was nothing that I could do in that moment, but still very much part of the process. I hope that answers your question.
Oh, they were phenomenal. I just put words on a page, but Nosy and Danny, they brought the characters to life, and that warmed my soul so much. It made me so happy. Favorite character, Genevieve.
I would say that definitely a lot more planned out, definitely a lot more successful in the regards of us actually knowing what we needed to do, learning from previous mistakes. I think in a previous iteration of us even doing the 48, I find that we had difficulties in terms of crew size, we had difficulties in terms of just getting the full vision across and confining our story into a 7-minute film. But I think that with this time around we were able to actually get a lot more cinematic shots and simultaneously a lot more depth in that story, and this was influenced by the crew and the team. So yeah, I would say that definitely was a huge difference compared.
I think it made it a hell of a lot easier knowing that it was such a tight-knit cast and crew. Everyone was really on the same page throughout absolutely everything. It really did make a world of difference. I think production was a lot easier than I actually anticipated it to be, because everyone was just really gung-ho, and for the 48 it wasn't really working with people that weren't of a professional caliber. So I do think that the professionalism of each and every individual definitely played a very big role in what made it such an easy process.
It murdered me. It killed me. Drained my soul. It was so much work. But it was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Because normally writing takes forever. Because I also look at things and I change things every time I look at it. So knowing that I only had 48 hours, I needed to make something and just be happy with it and move on with my life.
Difficult. So I think the time constraint does provoke creativity, which I think is amazing, but in the same breath you can't stay on anything for too long. So whether it be script, whether it be making shot list, whether it be actually shooting, nothing can take too long, and you can't allow the perfectionist in you to sometimes run crazy. So I think that the time constraint was a difficult hurdle to overcome, but I think that's part of what makes the challenge amazing, and part of what makes the experience fun is knowing that we can be that creative in this short period of time.
In the future, I think that what really makes Wallflower really special is that we really do stick to a lot of high concept and a lot of didactic guerrilla filmmaking, as our fearless leader Ryan would definitely put together as his phrasing. But I think that what we have is something very different from your average run-of-the-mill. And I remember when working on the script with Danelle, our script writer, is that we wanted to tell a story that not many people would like to necessarily view, because it's real, it's tangible, it's none of this wishy-washy, romanticized type of film, which I think a lot of, modern media really does like to tell. Today, we really just want to tell stories that are real. And I think that Wallflower puts that together in a really beautiful concept. And yeah.
Bedroom scene when the two of them were fighting. The shot we got with the teddy bear. I love that. That was fucking phenomenal.
That's a tough one. One word. I know so many though. If I had to say one word, and we're speaking of the cinematography in particular, I would say gripping is the word I'd want to go with. Reason why is because the thought that we all had as crew members even going into it was that we wanted to make sure that every shot was drawing you in, every moment, whether there was dialogue or not, you could feel the intensity of that. And I think that from a cinematography standpoint, we were really pushing to have momentum and emotion building just with the camera work alone, beyond what the actors already brought to the table. So gripping is definitely what I would use, yeah.
Hardest part was definitely the time management, especially when traveling to the Apartheid Museum, convoying and making sure that everything was running on schedule. I freaked out a little bit and tried to internalize that freak out and not have it affect the cast and the crew, because I felt that we were very much running behind schedule. So that was definitely something that kind of got to me in a very big way, just the time management aspect. The easiest part was the realization that I didn't need to worry so much. I think that really made the world of difference, knowing and starting to see that as everything started to come together, it was almost like ticking off the boxes was a lot easier than creating those boxes in the first place.
I honestly think it'll be a little controversial, because I don't think anybody is looking at the story the way that we were looking at the story. Because it's very... I don't think we lean into the abuse too much, but it's still not a dynamic you see a lot portrayed in the way that we did, So I just feel like a lot of people are gonna have a lot of varying opinions on the story all in all.